plants are produced every single year. 35 billion end up in landfill. And that's because all of these brands are forecasting like 9 months in advance. They don't know what they're going to sell. And so when they talk about phygital, they're saying, okay, we're going to produce all of these clothes, and then we're going to create the digital counterpart and use that to enhance and sell the production that we've made that's going to go to landfill, 50% of it. So we really focused on, let's disrupt that traditional overconsumption. Let's look at how we can use digital technology to create fashion designs. And then once we've created that, then we can use the AR, gaming to test this digital asset in the marketplace to see if there's demand. There's companies we're working with that are using aggregation, almost like crowdfunding sites to see has this asset got demand? Okay, yes it does. Then we'll make it once we've got the customer orders, and therefore we're reducing waste. And as an economy, that means that brands can save 30% on their bottom line. And of course we can't change this overnight, but just looking at these strategies is kind of like alongside what they're doing with their traditional, supply chain and advertising, I think it's really, really important.
It's the best.
It's going to go from D2C to D to F. It's going to be D to fan. It's going to be direct to fan, and a fan is so much more valuable to a brand than anybody else. It's like they're going to be like the ambassador kids, and the kids are going to get rewarded for it. I think one thing you're going to see, and I'm hopefully not ruining anything for Chi when he gets a chance to talk, where we are with the technology, where we are with the community engagement, is going to start, like the product needs to start matching that. At this point, everything kind of feels like merch out there. And these brands really need to elevate. We need to start making things that people care about. We need to start making them also responsibly. And that's where the technology is really going to help us. We're working, especially at a luxury level, you're starting to see the brands start putting their hands into it. I mean, especially super excited about seeing things like Louis Vuitton getting into the space, and the other, I hope I'm not ruining this, but Chanel getting into the space is going to be super incredible. I also think some of the things that are super exciting is going to be digital twins, which I think was mentioned in the last panel, and that's super important. I'm starting to see digital twins being used in the early production process. During the pandemic, they couldn't go to factories, so they were using a lot of CADs. That became the digital twin. Now I see the digital twin being used in the factory as an identification marker of the inventory. Now I'm seeing Amazon adopt that digital twin and starting to use that same digital twin that they use at the factory on the website as an identifier of the product. And then that will become the digital twin that you will get when you buy something. So when you buy a toilet plunger, there'll be a digital twin of your toilet plunger that you will get. And that'll show that you actually have ownership. Now the toilet plunger is probably a bad example, but when you start thinking about other pieces of fashion, once you start infusing that into different things, that's where it's going to be magical. So really to start seeing the usage of this technology from the beginning all the way to the end, and then even beyond, is really where we're getting excited about this. And I really do think that you're going to start seeing a shitload of digital twins. And I think that that's super exciting. And I think you're going to start seeing a lot of phygitals. I think phygitals are going to fix a lot of the issues that the luxury industry has with counterfeiting. I think it's going to wipe out Canal Street when you can walk up to a bag and scan over it and be like, oh, that shit's fake. And it's going to be socially weird because you're going to walk up to your girlfriend's bag and scan that and be like, And that's kind of like the way that things are going to start changing. It's really this ability to see into the products and see into the brands that are making it, and really then to connect with them a lot deeper because you align with their values, you align with their aesthetic, and you really align with where they're going.
I agree 100%. It's the year of connected products. It's a year of digital twinning. And I think digital twinning goes beyond the product. I believe we're going to start seeing the digital twinning of buildings, and we're going to bring people back to physical spaces. Yay. Civic spaces, malls, hotels, and we're going to connect that physical with the digital instead of being so fragmented. Being inducted, all of you come from finance, Crypto Valley, well, Noelle, as you heard earlier, we all came into Web3 from very different industries where there isn't a lot of female